Welcome everybody back to another time here on Gregtech Community Edition with the Modern Pack. Enjoying this lovely sunrise behind me. We're ready to actually start doing tools, considering I messed up last time. I did not realize that that hammer that I made here is not the right hammer. But it will help us out with other things into making that hammer, which is actually kind of nice. So we're going to go ahead and get these plates I collected from the mission of getting the hammer, as well as some of the stuff out to smelt into iron that I collected. The vein, so something interesting I noticed is it almost looks like the copper veins are like cluster veins, because it ended up being really tiny, but then there was another one right close by at the same level, but there was a space of nothing in between it. So, something that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's actually the case, or there is like it mentioned previously with the two vein system. But we're gonna go ahead and toss some wood in there for now to get some iron smelted down. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and look at making some tools, because we just got to get into our Gregtech tools. So we need a wrench, a file, and a saw. And if I remember right, we need the wrench. Let's look up the file. We need a file to make any file. You might want to actually look at doing the wrought iron. So remember that has a whole lot durability. So that one's 25 for this one. Or if we simply double smelt the wrought iron, we go up to 383. Which is way more than that iron. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Pull this out. We're going to go ahead. We need probably, I think that much should be enough for just this first tool set. So we'll start with that. Oh, no. How do we make the wrought iron? Do we have to have, does it have to be charcoal? Oh, we need the arc furnace. They changed that drastically. I mean, fair enough. It's a good idea. Because it does help get you some cheap early game heavy tools if you do it that way. We'll go ahead and start crafting up some plates. So we got one. Do two more plates. Go ahead and grab our sticks, because I know we got tons of those. Make our very first file. And then we need to make our wrench, which I believe we just need the hammer and 4 plates. So there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the wrench. We're going to go ahead and make that bucket, because I saw that that was another quest. And then we're going to go ahead and make 3 more plates, because I believe that's how much we need for the saw. And if not, there's always more tools that we're going to need. So let's go ahead and do the saw. It's 2, but we do need the hammer and chisel. I think the order matters too. Yes. So, hammer, chisel, 2 plates, 2 sticks. And we got our saw. So now we have our saw, our hammer, our chisel, and our wrench. That's still smelting up, but in the meantime, we can go check on these quests. We get ourselves a barrel to store some water in. These ones, we'll go ahead and read through this. More Gregtech tools are required for progression. Here are the ones to lay eyes on. Wrench, crafting tool, but also correct tool. The correct tool for Gregtech machines, perfect if you're using pickaxes, if you think using pickaxes is unethical. It can also double as a wrench for other mods. Right-click allows you to set the output side of the Gregtech machines, and sneak right-clicking rotates the machine. We have our file as a crafting tool, and that's it. Yet another crafting tool for the saw. if we were any more evil, we would force its use if you wanted to obtain 4 planks and 4 sticks from their respective crafting recipes. That's being said, you can still use it to get 6 per log if you wish. I believe that's what the original pack had. Any quest with Gregtech tools can be completed with the tool crafted from any material, not just the one displayed. It's good to know. We also are going to have to get a couple other things. It does have the crafting station, which it looks like we need the saw for. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And the saw. Now we've got ourselves that crafting station. Makes everything a little bit easier. Let's not put it there, though. Put it up here so we can access our... Whoop. I want it in the chest. Access our chest here from that crafting bench. Then we can go back on in. We've got our coke oven. We can also get the mining hammer, which is the other one that I wanted to do. That's why I'm smelting up more iron. I wanted to get the mining hammer and the axe, but you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe, for the mining hammer. We got. Let's look that up really quick one more time. Yeah, 6 of them for the mining hammer. So we got 1, so we'll do 5. There's 5 more. Then we need hammer and chisel and a stick. Switch the hammer and chisel. And there we got our mining hammer. So that's going to help with harvesting that. And I would like to go ahead and just make a lumber axe in the meantime. So we'll do that too. So we got the 1, 2, 1, 2, that there, iron there, and 2 more sticks. And that gives us the lumber axe that lets us chop our trees down faster. So one of the other things I will be doing for now is the tools will be stored in my backpack, considering how important they are to things that you might need done. I don't want to lose them in a chest and have to pull them out. Looks like middle click does work. So we got 7 more pieces of iron left over. And one of the things I found out yesterday after I stopped recording is that the ore thing is not off of the analyzer like it was previously. It's off of the minimap entirely. This is an odd section. So to prospect something, you basically just come straight over and you break the dust, and then it adds it to your map. I want to show what it pops up with. So I gotta go to one that I haven't already looked at. Should be one right over here. Yeah, garnet. So if I go ahead and break this, it says prospected garnet tin vein. And so now if I look at the map and I scroll right on in and get off of where it's supposed to be at. How did it go? Where did it go? I thought it was... Oh, I gotta do this, show the Gregtech course. So it shows you where the vein is. And so the copper vein is here, the one that I've been mining. We've got the coal one right there. It's right next to it. And then if we come back over to where we're at, you've got the garnet tin, and you've got the magnetite. So there, that's how that works, okay, I guess. So something I was not understanding when I read it in the book. I don't know if it's like a new mod that they did or what, because that was not the case previously. I remember that. I remember they gave you a little thing to use. So, but we'll get back over here. We're going to take a look at doing a few more things, actually, really quickly. Because I did collect quite a bit of material to get started. So we were going to look at the coke oven. What do we need for the coke oven? The coke oven will be your first Gregtech multi-block. Congratulations! It is used to make coke from coal or charcoal from wood, in addition to liquid creosote as a bonus output. Take a look at the multi-block preview in EMI using U over the controller block of any multi-block to see the structure pattern. Any brick block can be replaced with a coke oven hatch. You can have up to 5 of them. The hatch allows for automation. It'll auto-export both fluid and items. It also works for insertion into the coke oven. You can use hoppers. If the coke oven happens to fully fill up on creosote that you are not using, break and replace the coke oven block. Automated fluid voiding is available later in the game. A bucket of creosote fuels a furnace for 32 items. Take full advantage of this to stop burning planks. All right. So if we click on it, we'll need a wrench, 4 iron plates, and coke oven brick to do that. And then it looks like it is just the 25 coke bricks, which to make those, we got to make the compressed coke. Oh, that's right. We got to make ourselves a wooden form. And then an empty wooden form with a knife. And the knife is crafted with 1 plate. So let's see what we got left. Man, it's a bummer. I should totally have made a shelter before. So we got magnetite. I know we had something else in here that had smelt pyrite, which is sulfur in it. So I don't want to look at this. If we do ore processing, we get iron, 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 and gold, whereas the other one just gives us the sulfur. So I'm going to go ahead and smelt this one up. Pop these on over to there. Let that get working while we make... Ooh. Need the hammer and the chisel and the saw. Hammer for that. Chisel, hammer for the knife. And we'll take a plank. We'll saw that. And we'll cut it on out. Gives us our brick pattern. And now it should have been like this, I believe. Yep. So we want it to use that connected resource so we can just keep crafting away. Make a bunch of these. 54. I don't think that's quite enough, but we can find that out here soon. Boom. And boom. In the meantime, while those smelt, I'm going to go ahead and dig some sand up. I'll be back shortly after that. Alright, we're back. I collected some more, got the coke done, finished the iron smelting, so now we should be able to make the door for the coke oven. And then we'll just need to make 25 blocks. Otherwise, it was the wrench. Which is still in my backpack. It's not the wrench. I think I know exactly what it was, is that it was the bricks. Yep. Yep. Whew. So there's 9. Using 9 of those, though, to make the door. Then we need the wrench. I didn't realize I had more plates somewhere, but I guess I had more plates somewhere. Let's go ahead and grab all of the bricks that got smelted. And then we got that one and that one. Dump that in there, grab out those, start that up. Maybe grab out one more. That should be good. Good to start that. I don't think I have enough bricks still. Oh, that's right, it's not that, it's this. So that gets us up to 13 out of the 25 needed. Oh, please tell me. Okay, that made... Did I make 2? Uh-oh. I did make 2. Well, I mean, on the bright side, I will need a second one at some point. Downside, that's not what I wanted. But we'll get it built up right over here. You can make some outputs for it, which I don't think we're going to do right now. That we not 9, 18. So yeah, it is a full fill in the whole thing here. So I'm going to have to collect some more sand still. I think I'm good on clay. Nope, we're going to have to collect more clay too. So I will be back once again with all of that. Back with the remainder of the bricks that I've made. Grabbed a ton more. Hoping, I know that I have enough to finish one. If I have enough to finish the second one, that'd actually be really nice. Which it looks like I got 24, so just shy of being able to finish 2. Actually a little bit more than just shy, but we'll do that another time anyways. So now I should just have to hit it with a wrench. Is this the problem? Should totally be the problem, because I would need 7. There we go. That was what it was. So now we'll go ahead and throw our stack of oak logs in there, and that will get going, generating us the creosote, which we're going to use for fuel, as well as coal coke. Now, one of the things I can see about using is these are probably used for hatches, yeah. Oh boy, I forgot about these things. So if we want to make the hatch, it's going to be a second. But we could do it. How much iron do we have left? Looks like none. So I guess that's what we're do. We gotta go back and go mining again. Well, we got our coal coke oven running. Let's look at this. We get exquisite coke. I'll put that away because I have no idea what that really is for right now, besides fuel. But gotta get onward to the Bronze Age, and to do that, we're gonna have to gather more resources. Are always nice. You're getting close to entering the Age of Steam. Copper and tin are required in many Steam Age machines, so check the ore tab to find out what veins they can be found in, and get mining. If the different ore names are confusing, you can tell which element an ore which elements an ore holds by glancing at the reading molecular and by at a glance by reading the molecular formula. In its tooltip, copper is Cu, tin is Sn, iron is Fe, and you can consult a periodic table for the rest. It's time for you to brush up on your chemistry. You'll need it for later. This quest can be completed with either metal, so you can claim the metal you're missing as a reward. Be sure to find a source of both soon, as a certain copper tin alloy will be needed to get through the steam age. Well, we do already have some copper, which I find very interesting. But it was a copper vein and it didn't hold that much copper in it. But I know right where that is at, and I can let this kind of go for a while, it looks like. I think what I will do is grab out that barrel and put it close by. There to go, right there. Just to be able to fill up as I need to. This away, and I will make another one off camera to do the coal coke. But I did find a tin vein. Funny enough. Just put those in there. I don't want those in there. That's not where those go. Alright. Put all the tools in the backpack again, and I'll take you over and show you the tin vein that I found. I will need to bring over some sort of materials to box out an area. Considering wood is kind of necessary, I think we'll just go with cobble. But right over here, I was digging out sand underwater and ran right across what we were looking for that next quest. I was kind of shocked to see it, because I'm like, that's not normal. It's not here, it's... Is it right here? I don't think it's right here. No. Oh. You know, I marked it on the map. I should just look at the marker. It's right over here. And I don't think there would have been any dust in this location for us to find it, because it's in the water. But if I come around over here and block off the area... I think we're going to go around and try to get it all deleted so that I can actually mine in this area. We will gather tin and copper off camera and move into the steam age after this. So I will be back. Alright, here we're back. We've almost gotten all of the copper smelted up to be able to finish that quest. I did gather a bunch of tin out of that area, but I already broke my hammer, on top of the fact that it doesn't look like the veins are as big as the other veins were in the previous one. So, not getting quite as much material, and I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that there's supposed to be 2 veins now that they've also got the deep slate, but I think we are gonna go with the choice of some more tin, because that'll stretch a bit further. And I know where a lot more copper veins are. I've got, what, one there. That's where I had to get in to enter. I know there was one over there. I got redstone, copper and tin vein that I was just mining at as well. That's where I broke the hammer at. And then there was another one somewhere close by. Oh, there's one right over here. There's another copper vein. That's right, But the thing that is, I did find kind of interesting is the fact that it also shows up on the mini-map in the top right corner up there. when you have that enabled to show on the minimap, which is kind of nice. Now, I am pretty sure, now that we've gotten the copper and tin, that we're going to have to break it down and mix it together. Let's go ahead and look at this. Oh yeah, it's just looking at having us gather a bunch of stuff here. So iron, copper, tin will only get you so far. Redstone and diamond will occasionally be required during the Steam Age, whereas nickel, lead, and silver are also nice to have. All will come in handy soon enough. So if I go ahead and go collect all of those different things, then I'd also get that, which I will probably go do that off camera and get the quest done. Or do I even get this from? From a diamond vein? Okay, yeah, that's probably going to be a one to keep an eye out for while I'm out exploring. But as for getting to the Bronze Age, bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. Grind down 3 parts copper, 1 part tin into dust, then combine and smelt them. If you are confused on how this is done, take a look at the More Tools quest. Don't spend your entire supply of copper and tin on bronze right now. You'll soon be able to get better ratio for your bronze. The progression now continues in the Steam chapter. Lore, in bronze in real life is closer to a ratio of 7:1 for copper to tin. Here, and in most of the modded Minecraft, this is not the case. For the sake of game balance, there are a lot of things like this that need to be tweaked. No realism here. See, that's the tips that are kind of interesting to think about. But the other thing is it also depends on what bronze you're doing, considering there's a lot of different types of bronze, and some of them are mixed with other metals as well. But in More Tools, we're going to need this mortar. Can we even make a... We do have to make the iron one. So let's go ahead and get some cobblestone smelting up. Go ahead and plop that on in there. Take this bucket out. It is nice to be able to use the creosote oil as fuel here. I forgot that the bucket, or the barrel they gave me is full of water, so that's there. We'll go ahead and get... I think the mortar and pestle was just iron bars, so I can smelt some iron. I can find which one I have. I got that one there. I don't have any dust, do I? On to... Just smelt the 2 up of that. About the rest of these. And then to make 24, let's look this up. So if we use this, probably could have ground this down. Nope. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So uses, we get 3. So to get the 24, we'll need 8 crafts of it. So we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8. That's 16. And 24 of that one. Should be finished. Pull out those and we'll make our little mortar and pestle. Is it on top? On top. Uh-oh. Don't use inventories. Well, we're gonna have to smelt that back up. That'll get us the 24 we need. pop that on in there. And then considering I don't know how much of that we'll actually need in other things, I'll just leave it like that. And we'll pop in another bucket right into there. That will solve our bronze solution to get into the next tier here. So after building a coke oven so we can start producing charcoal, as you cannot produce it in the furnace. So one of the Gregtech recipe modifications that is still in this. But so since we can't do that, I figured I'll go ahead and make that. Get our creosote going, as we'll probably need it for our pumps here. If they did it like they did before. Yep. Yep, so we'll need it so that we can make our treated wood planks for our pump when we need to get water pumps going. Which will be shortly after we enter in that steam age. With these tools collected, let's go ahead and finish making the rest of the tools actually that we need. So I'll just pop this on out. Split it into two. Don't need to worry too much about using creosote. Or extra creosote, considering it's technically an infinite resource with trees. Just have to take some time. Plus, as I said, I'm going to plan on getting another one of these up and running. And after doing a bunch of mining, I'm probably going to get a good barrel and output so that I can basically have input, auto input, and auto output on this thing. But we can get out a couple more of our materials, finish up that quest of more tools. I think we'll wrap it up after that. So we need a soft mallet, we got the knife, we need a wire cutter and a screwdriver. Which I believe the screwdriver requires... Oh no. We need to do the long ones. So let's grab out all of our tools. Right here. So we need 2 of these. I think it's a hammer. Like that. All right. Oh, opposite sides. So we got that. And then a screwdriver head. What is that? Drawer puller. Screwdriver head. Specific patterns drive me a little bit nuts. And then we use that with... Oh no, don't tell me I just made something I don't need. Yep. It's always fun. There, and a stick. Switch. There's the screwdriver. And now we need some wire cutters. That's right, these get to be the really fun ones. So let's go ahead and grab out... Oh, there's our bronze to finish that quest. Grab out all of that iron. Grab out our plates so we don't have to make any more of those. And we will make this one. Read the quest, and then I think we're wrapping it up. So 1, 2. Need one more. Then we need a saw to make bolts. And then we need a file, I believe, to make the screws. Like that. Ah, there it is. So we get the screw, we get the file, we got the hammer. So like this. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. There we go. There is all of that. And that should be both of those tasks completed. So, reading on this one, we've got... Ooh, it gives us some Damascus. More tools. They're not critically important right now, but you'll need to make these at some point. A screwdriver is for crafting and is used for special configuration of machines and covers. Wire cutter is a crafting tool, and you'll need it if you want to configure wire connections. Right-clicking the wires will enable or disable connection to other blocks. The mortar, a crafting tool used to grind various things down into dust. The knife is a pretty mediocre weapon, but better suited as, you guessed it, a crafting tool. Oh, he didn't make a soft mallet. Forgot that, and that one's actually super simple because it's literally just either rubber, which we currently don't have as we can't make the resin into rubber just yet, or wood to make the soft mallet. This allows some nifty configurations on machines. You can toggle a machine operation with a simple right click. There is a crowbar later on. Can be used to remove covers, a scythe for farming. They can automatically replant your crops in large areas. It's also a surprisingly good weapon. A plunger that clears stuck fluids from Gregtech machines. And then the last note here, the quest reward is Damascus Steel, a rare material which can only be found as overworld loot. It far surpasses the materials you have now, so be sure to use it. So that's actually pretty nice. Just for our tools here. In this lightweight mod pack, we also have drawers, it looks like. Storage drawers and applied intergistics make an appearance to help with storage. Their recipes have been modified to fit progression, but you will hopefully won't need to play 50 hours to make your first molecular assembler. There are also a few other mods that will help you, that you may wish to pursue in some helpful QOL, quality of life. Maybe you require something more. If you're playing solo, feel free to add mods to your instance. Some more quality of life could be nice. More tech could sate your cravings. Or maybe even some magic mods, as long as you don't add Project E. Promise? Well, on the 1.12 version of Gregtech, there were multiple Gregtech add-ons that may be ported to 1.20 in the future. That's something interesting to check out. Quantify key. Show or hide storage quality labels. Well, we'll just check that off for now, but storage drawers will be handy to store lots of materials. But finishing with the bronze, we get some more clay balls. Now, that unlocks the next tier. Oh. Did we finish that task? They've got another task. Oh, no we don't. We just have to craft a bunch of things to get this stuff. Well, I could do that in a bit. Probably do that off camera, considering there's that. Wrought iron has a very low carbon content, but it is enough to make it tougher than regular iron. Gregtech tools made of wrought iron are 50% more durable than their iron cousins. You might want to consider wrought iron. I was trying to make this earlier. To obtain it, you can smelt iron nuggets. That's right. You have to smelt iron nuggets and then recombine them. I forgot about that. That's painful. But that will now unlock the Steam Age, which we will definitely get into when we first get on into the next time. As for now, I think we're good to let me go so I can go do some major mining to get started and heavily into the Steam Age. Thanks for watching. Bye now.